Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking a look at something sitting right at the absolute bleeding edge of cybersecurity, securing multi-agent systems. If you've been following AI lately, you realize we're moving fast into this era where AI isn't just answering our questions anymore, it's actually taking action on its own. Okay, let's dive into this.
How do you stop a breach you can't even see? I mean, it sounds like a riddle, right? But in modern production environments, it's a very real, very terrifying concept. When we think of security breaches, we almost always imagine an external hacker, trying to smash through a firewall. But what happens when the threat isn't breaking in from the outside? What happens when the breach actually occurs through the intricate, rapid-fire actions of internal systems that are designed to operate entirely out of human sight? Well, this is the invisible breach. And as systems become more and more autonomous, it's literally the #1 vulnerability keeping engineers awake at night.
Section 1. The Agentic AI Threat. The Invisible Risk.
So, the crucial point is understanding exactly what we mean by agentic AI. We're defining this as autonomous, multi-agent AI systems that perform actions on a user's behalf. We're definitely no longer talking about a single, isolated chatbot just asking you how your day was. No, we're talking about a whole network of AI agents communicating with one another, making complex decisions, and executing tasks completely autonomously. Picture this for a second. You ask an AI to optimize your backend storage. Sounds pretty great, right? But what if an internal error, or worse, a malicious prompt manipulation, causes that agent to go rogue? It could instantly spin up thousands of unauthorized, massively expensive cloud servers in a matter of seconds. And the damage? It's done at machine speed, completely autonomously. No human in the loop to pull the plug.
Section 2. Traditional security. Why it fails.
So, traditional human user security relies on a trackable perimeter. Someone logs in with their credentials, maybe they pass a quick two-factor authentication check, and boom, we can reliably track their footprints across the network. It's a nice, neat, contained boundary. But AI agents, they completely upend this model. These are internal, fluid, autonomous actors. They're already inside the perimeter. They're spinning up, executing complex tasks, and spinning down in literal fractions of a second. Imagine trying to catch a thief who doesn't even use the front door because they already live in your house, and they move at the speed of light. It's crazy. If an autonomous AI system is acting without a verifiable ID badge for every single micro-action it takes, tracing the origin of a breach becomes literally impossible.
Section 3. The identity imperative. The new perimeter.
As Anasup Consulting points out, agentic AI needs identity-based security. And this brilliantly illustrates why traditional defenses fall so short here. Look, you just cannot secure what you cannot identify. In a multi-agent system, identity isn't just about a login screen anymore. It is the fundamental fabric of trust. If every single agent and every single action they take is tied to an undeniable hard-coded identity, well then the invisible suddenly becomes visible. Identity is really the only way to prevent these breaches from hiding in the overwhelming noise of automated traffic.
Section 4. Kagenti's engine. Under the hood.
Enter Kagenti. Kagenti is an open-source framework designed specifically to tackle this exact problem of securing multi-agent systems, and it's built on 3 core pillars. First up, identity-based security. Instead of just focusing on the walls around the network, it focuses entirely on the actors operating within it. Second, it utilizes open-source infrastructure. Now, this is massive because, in the world of security, transparency is paramount. By building on open source, organizations can actually inspect, verify, and really trust the foundational identity engine they're deploying. It's not just some secret black box you have to take on faith. And third, all of this works together to provide targeted protection against those invisible production breaches we talked about earlier. Basically, it forces every single autonomous action right into the light.
Section 5. Delegation chains. Establishing trust.
Let's move to and see how this builds. Looking at a delegation chain in action. It's kind of like a giant puzzle, but perfectly traceable. It all starts at step 1. A human user's identity is verified. Everything, and I mean everything, originates from a known, trusted human. Then, step 2, that trust is explicitly passed to Agent A. So Agent A isn't just out there acting on its own. It's actually carrying the verifiable authority of the human user. But multi-agent systems are complex, right? So we get to step 3. Identity is delegated to sub-agent B. If Agent A needs a little help, it spins up sub-agent B, and the identity and all those permissions are chained right down to it. This step-by-step sequence ensures that no matter how deep into the system an AI goes, its actions are irrevocably tethered all the way back up the chain to the original user.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it summarizes the ultimate victory here. Total traceability through delegation chains prevents invisible breaches. Period. By using Kagenti's open-source infrastructure to enforce these chains, you completely eliminate the concept of an anonymous internal actor. If a breach attempts to occur, it literally can't hide. The delegation chain provides an unbreakable, traceable lineage for every single action taken in your production environment. You've effectively turned the floodlights on in a room that used to be pitch black.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a critical thought. How will you implement identity-based security before your autonomous agents face an invisible breach? As we deploy more and more of these multi-agent systems, the risk isn't just waiting out there in the future, it's already here right now in production. The shift from perimeter defense to identity-based delegation chains isn't just a nice upgrade, it is an absolute necessity. Take this question back to your teams, look closely at your own infrastructure, and ask yourself if your AI agents are truly acting with a clear, verifiable identity. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, stay secure, and I'll catch you on the next one.